In this video, I'm going to show you 8 must-try physiotherapy exercises when treating front of knee pain at home. Having said that, this video will also benefit those with pain on the outer border of the knee or pain within the knee joint itself. First, we're going to do patellofemoral mobilizations. I want you to find something to place underneath your knee. It could be a rolled up towel. It just takes the pressure off the joint. Then you're going to put your hands around your kneecap. One hand around the kneecap. You're going to glide the kneecap in towards the other knee and relax it. Glide it in and relax it. Glide it in and relax it. We always push it inwards towards the other knee. What that does is it just loosens up these tight muscles that pull the kneecap outwards to the side, shifting it off its groove. As I've discussed in previous videos, injuries occur when there's an imbalance of muscles. And in regards to front of knee pain, there's often an imbalance where the outer quad muscles are working a lot harder than the inner thigh muscles. What that does is it shifts the kneecap, or the line of pull of the kneecap, slightly out to the side instead of straight up and down. The implication of that is when you do things like bending, squatting, walking, that causes extra stress and strain on the front of the knee and therefore leading to painful conditions. Tight muscles can cause an imbalance in how the kneecap moves, causing pain in the front of the knee and also just pain in general in the knee joint. So the next exercise is using a foam roller to massage out those tight muscles. For a more detailed video, I've put the link in the description below. We're going to start by massaging the side of the IT band, but really we're massaging the VL muscle that sits underneath it. VL stands for vastus lateralis, if you want to sound smart and fancy. Otherwise, we're just going to work on a section at a time. I don't want you to do this, which is what everyone comes into the clinic doing, because that creates a very superficial massage rather than getting into the knots, which is what we want. Now, once you've spent a moment or two on that middle section, I want you to roll down a little bit so that it's closer to the hip, and then just roll up and down by a centimetre or 2 on that section. Nice and slow and steady. You can also turn slightly forward and using your arms and the other leg to help glide up and down. Quad strength exercises. Strengthening your muscles is really important when you have knee joint pain. The reason for that is because muscles move your joints, they protect your joints, and they offer shock absorption. So when you've got knee pain, an easy way to start is by doing static quadriceps muscles. It's a nice pain-free way of beginning to strengthen your quad muscles. So you want to roll up towel or use your foam roller underneath your knee joint. Have the other knee bent just to take the pressure off your back. And you're going to gently squash the foam roller. So you're going to tighten the quad muscle up here. Hold it there for 5 seconds. And relax. And then repeat. You want to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Now, the catch to this exercise is that I don't want you to use your bum to squash your knee down. What I usually see patients do when they're weak in their quads is that they'll use their bum muscles and they'll squash down like this. And that's just a waste of time because you won't be strengthening the quad muscle. So gently squeeze down, 5 seconds, and then relax. Hip muscles help with knee alignment and also correct kneecap tracking. Weak hip muscles can lead to all sorts of knee problems. And not only that, they can also create back problems and feet problems too, because of how they alter the knee's posture. A popular exercise for hip muscles is clams, and you may have tried this in the past already. You're going to have your knees bent at about 90 degrees with your ankles gently touching one another. Tighten your core, you're going to tighten the top hip muscle, and you're going to lift the top knee. Squeeze and lift, and then lower down, and we want to aim for 3 sets of 10 of these these exercises. Just like that. Now, a few ways in which you might be cheating by using your other muscles is this, where you lean back and you hitch up like that, or where you kind of just use other muscles. So you want to just keep it slow, smooth, lift up, and then lower down. 3 sets of 10. Side hip raises. Like I just mentioned before, hip muscles are very important in correcting the alignment of the knee and supporting proper tracking of the patella. And quite a few of the hip muscles are related closely with the thigh muscles that join down to the knee. The next exercise is side hip raises. You're going to tighten your core, tighten the top hip, and flex your ankle. You're going to squeeze your hip muscle as you raise up and lower. Keep these movements nice and controlled because you don't want to be just kicking your leg up like that. That would just waste your time and it might also hurt your back. So you're going to tighten your core, squeeze the top buttock, lift up, lower down. Aim for 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Inner thigh raises. Inner thigh raises will help build up the muscles that join from the inside of the hip and that attach to just on the inner side of the knee. It's important to strengthen that muscle because there is a big imbalance in the outer thigh muscles and the inner thigh muscles for people who struggle with front of knee pain or knee joint pain in general. It's like the one that we just did before, except this time you're going to cross your top knee over and you're going to tense the inner thigh, lift up and lower down. If this exercise is too much for your shoulders, you can choose to just lie down or even have a pillow underneath your head. So squeeze the inner thigh, lift up and lower down. As always, keep your movements slow and controlled. 3 sets of 10 of these exercises as well on each side. Next is quad stretches. The quad muscle actually starts from the hip and then joins underneath the kneecap. And when it's very tight, it squashes the kneecap into its groove. That causes stiffness, pain, and if it's left for long enough, it can eventually lead to osteoarthritis behind the kneecap or chondromalacia. To stretch the quad, you're going to need something to hold on to. I mean, if you've got really good balance, you don't have to, but I recommend you hold on to something because it keeps the stretch relaxed. Hold the heel towards your bottom and keep the other knee close. Keep the knee close to the other knee. Hold it for 20 seconds and repeat 4 times on each side. I'll show you on the other side now. So you're going to hold that foot close to your bottom and you want the knees to be side by side. To feel a stronger stretch in your quad, you might want to just tense up that bottom. So I'm holding my right foot, so I'm going to tighten my right buttock. Hold it there for 20 seconds. We don't want that knee sitting in front like this because otherwise you won't feel a stretch. And you also don't want it all the way out here because that might hurt your back. So keep it close side by side. Now, for those who can't do that exercise yet because it causes too much pain in the knee, you can get another chair. So I'll just use this one. You'd be holding on to another chair here for balance, and then you can rest your foot on this chair, and you may already feel a stretch through the front. So you're going to squeeze that buttock until you feel a stretch. If you don't, you can actually just bend down a little bit. So remember, hold on to something for support so you're not struggling to keep your balance. All right, now on to the last exercise, hamstring stretches. When your hamstrings are very tight, they pull your shin back a bit, and that can cause a constant bend in your knee joint itself. That can cause extra stress and strain on the front of the knee, but also can cause pain at the back of the knee. Now, a common stretch. I'm going to show you the wrong way of how to do a hamstring stretch because I feel like 99.9% of patients come into the practice doing the hamstring stretch like this. We don't want that. What that will do is stretch your sciatic nerve without actually stretching your hamstring. So let's just go through a little bit about the hamstring anatomy. The hamstring originates from the bum bone, and it joins just underneath the knee joint right here. So what we want to do is place your foot on a bench at the gym or on a chair like this. You're going to keep the knee gently bent. You're going to tilt the tailbone back. In my case, I'm already feeling a stretch here. Now, if you can't feel a stretch, I suggest you stick your chest out and arch your back forward. And if you still can't feel a stretch, you can lean forward at the hips until you feel a specific pull along here. Hold it there for 20 seconds and repeat 4 times on each side. I'll show you again on the other leg. Place your foot on a surface, slightly bend your knee, keep your foot flat, tilt the tailbone back. So you want to just arch your back a bit. Stick your chest forward, lean forward at the hips, and hold it for 20 seconds. If you're lacking balance with this stretch, you can always hold onto something like a wall or onto another chair. But you want to keep the stretch nice and relaxed. So with that exercise, do it 4 times, 20 seconds each on each side. And there you have it. 8 simple physiotherapy exercises to help treat knee joint pain at home, specifically front of knee pain. I also recommend that you check out my hip classes and my self-massage class, which I've put the links in the description below. Until next time, thank you for watching, take care of your body, and I look forward to seeing you in my next class. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. All right, bye.